My name is Alice Cahn. I'm the Vice President of Programming and Development at Cartoon Network, and my focus at Cartoon is in building screen-based entertainment for young children between the ages of about 2 and 5. I have 3 children. My youngest son, Charlie, is 3. Rosie's 6. She'll be 7 in just a little while, and my oldest daughter will be 26 this fall. The biggest change in preschool entertainment over the last 20 years has been the change in availability of screen-based entertainment for young children. We're raising a generation of preschoolers who does not know the meaning of the phrase, "You can't watch it, it's not on." It always is on. That said, what I'm watching are young children who seem to be watching more screens, having access to more screens, but seem to be enjoying that time less. So our goal at Cartoon Network is to make children happy. Our goal is to make children laugh. Our goal is to give children strategies for dealing with the stresses in their lives that we as adults look at and think, so you couldn't tie your shoe, or you tried to put your pants on and both legs went in the same hole. You know, what's the big deal? You'll fix it. But boy, when you're 3, those are the things that really bug you. So what we'd love to do, and what I think we can do through our programs and through our characters and through the games online, is give children strategies for dealing with the stresses and the problems that are really real to them.
This is the story of Gerald, the most amazing boy around.
When other kids spoke words, he only made this sound. Gerald McBoing Boing!
Gerald McBoing Boing can make any sound, but he can't speak. Preschoolers often feel that they can make a lot of noise and they can make a lot of sounds, but sometimes people don't understand what they're talking about. And that's the role that Gerald plays. He needs to use sound to make himself understood. Harry and His Bucket Full of Dinosaurs is the classic fantasy story. It's how we all played with our toys. It's how our kids play with their toys. We have imaginary friends. We know that our toys are real. Our parents just aren't really clued in on that fact.
I'm on my way to Dino World!
Something happens in the beginning of every episode. Harry needs to solve a problem, and he and his dinosaurs go into Dino World. The problem gets addressed, and then Harry comes back. And the thing that, as a mother, I love more than anything else is that Harry always wants to come home, and the first thing he does when he comes home is gives his mother a big hug and a kiss.
1, 2, 3, jump!
Yoko Jakamoko Toto is the most unique television program I have seen since I first saw Teletubbies in the mid-1990s. It's a wordless comedy. The only thing the characters say are each other's names. There's 3 characters, a bird, an armadillo, and a monkey, Yoko, Jakamoko, and Toto. And they tell a story and get into situations and solve those situations in hilarious ways with terrific music and, again, only saying each other's names. We're really excited about a show called Firehouse Tales. It's coming to us from Warner Brothers Animation, who has a history of developing great, funny characters in really warm and welcoming situations. Firehouse Tales is a show that will show kids the value of teamwork, the value of optimism, the value of trying your hardest to get something done and working with your friends to do so.
I'm Peppa Pig. And this is my little brother, George. Peppa Pig.
We're doing Peppa Pig. I'm really excited. The stories are great. The stories that, as a parent, I recognize everything that happens to Peppa and her family. And the thing that I love about Peppa is at the end of every story, everybody's laughing, everybody's snorting, and it's just really funny. So again, it's a show that kids will laugh along with. They'll recognize themselves, they'll recognize their parents, they'll recognize their friends and siblings, and they'll be able to model their behavior on the fun and the friends and the friendliness with which the issues get solved.
Let's get mucky. Put your puddle busters on.
It's Gordon the Garden Gnome.
One of the programs we're very excited about is Gordon the Gnome. Gordon is a character that is at home and lives in the outside world. And whether kids live in an urban area or a suburban area or a rural area, they're going to recognize Gordon and his pet worm and the two slugs in the garden. All of those characters have characteristics that are going to feel very real to them. It's a very funny show. And again, it was an opportunity to showcase the importance of the natural world and kids' relationship with nature.
Little robots.
Little robots.
Little robots. Little robots.
Another show we're very excited about is Little Robots. They fix things, they make things. When things get broken, they figure out how to fix them. It's a wonderful, self-contained community that really mirrors the world of preschoolers and how they play. We often sit down and watch preschool television with our children. Sometimes we're engaged by the content, sometimes we're not. Sometimes we'd like to know more. What we thought was important with Tickle U was to give mom or dad or the caregiver at home as much information about why we put that program on the air as we could in a way that was entertaining to the parent, but yet not distracting for the child. So as we watched how we as adults watch television, we watched the fact that we've all gotten very used to that lower third crawl, where no matter what's happening at the top of the screen, you know that there's some information on the bottom of the screen that you can watch and it will repeat every once in a while. So the notion was, this is an opportunity for us to have a dialogue with parents while their children are watching television. It's not distracting for the child, and what it offers the parent is a way to enhance their child's viewing experience and also let you know that this program is going to last another 10 minutes, so if you do want to get a cup of coffee, this is a great time to go. One of the things parents and kids will find when they go to TickleU.com are a parenting site that offers parents some terrific information about who we are, what our curriculum is, and what each of our shows are intended to do, and then a whole host of games that for children will extend the experiences they had on television. Tickle U launches August 22nd, and Tickle U runs from 9 in the morning until 11, and that's bracketed by programming from 8:30 to 2:30 in the afternoon that is absolutely developmentally appropriate for young children. And again, our television series that we as parents grew up with and enjoy with our children. So we'll begin the day with Crypto the Superdog, we'll move into Tickle U from 9 to 11, and then from 11 to about 2:30 it's Tom and Jerry and Baby Looney Tunes and Scooby-Doo and movies that kids and parents will really enjoy. We often sit down and watch preschool television with our children. Sometimes we're engaged by the content, sometimes we're not. Sometimes we'd like to know more. What we thought was important with Tickle U was to give mom or dad or the caregiver at home as much information about why we put that program on the air as we could in a way that was entertaining to the parent, but yet not distracting for the child. So as we watched how we as adults watch television, we watch the fact that we've all gotten very used to that lower third crawl, where no matter what's happening at the top of the screen, you know that there's some information on the bottom of the screen that you can watch and it will repeat every once in a while. So the notion was, this is an opportunity for us to have a dialogue with parents while their children are watching television. It's not distracting for the child, and what it offers the parent is a way to enhance their child's viewing experience and also let you know that this program is going to last another 10 minutes, so if you do want to get a cup of coffee, this is a great time to go. As we looked at developing the Mommy Bar, one of the things we were concerned about is that we did not want to be distracting to children. We've looked at the studies on distraction factor and talked with Dan Anderson up at the University of Massachusetts, who's done a lot of those studies. His advice to us was that as long as the scroll doesn't move across the screen, it sort of dissolves up and out and then more information comes in. Children won't be watching something moving across the screen, and since for the most part our preschool audience are not yet readers, they would not find that distracting and would still pay attention to what's happening in the upper part of the screen.
Mummy Pig has a lot of important work to do.
Mummy, can George and I sit on your lap and watch you work?
Yes, if you both sit quietly.